What is going on, guys? Welcome back into Rover Sports. That was a very impassioned video on the Redskins that I just released. I think you guys will enjoy that. I think it was comedic in ways. I think it was very animated. It was weird. It was wild. It was wiry. Wiry video. I'm in kind of a wiry mood, which is a good time to make videos. Let's talk about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A lot of people out here believe that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are not going to make the playoffs at all. They believe that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be picking in the top 5. People think Jameis Winston is a joke. When you look at Jameis Winston's stats, I bargain to differ that I bet Jameis Winston has very good statistics. Jameis Winston, even though he's turning the football over, Jameis Winston is winning a ton of games this year. Jameis Winston is playing well. In 3 games this year, Jameis Winston has thrown for 905 yards, which means that that's about 300 yards a game. He has 5 touchdowns throwing the ball, and he had 1 touchdown running the football. The fact is about the Tampa Bay Bucs is that ever since Mike Smith's been fired, they had 4 sacks against Baker Mayfield, and I can assure you that this defense is playing at a really high level. Now, the fact is, I don't know about the injuries to the linebacking core, but the fact about the Tampa Bay Bucs is that Jason Pierre-Paul's been having his best year. Gerald McCoy and Vita Vea are going to be coming back, and they're going to be playing healthy football, okay? Bo Allen and Vinny Curry are very good. How about the addition of Carl Nassib? That has been a great addition for the Tampa Bay Bucs. I can tell you that Carlton Davis has been playing sensational football out of Auburn, and that number 33 as a cornerback has been really a good football player. I can tell you that. I can tell you that the safeties, that MJ Stewart, that these guys are starting to play a lot better in this scheme because it's very simplified. It's cover 2. You have Levante David. I don't know about the status of Quan Alexander. I have to see. And it might not be good, the Quan Alexander. Okay, it might be very bad, and in fact, it is bad. But even though Quan Alexander's great from LSU, the fact is you still have in the middle, you still have Levante David out of Nebraska, who is a very good linebacker. You still have Bo Allen, Vinny Curry, Gerald McCoy, Vita Vea, Carl Nassib, Jason Pierre-Paul. You watch the Eagles win the championship last year. The Eagles had a very deep defensive line, and Jason Licht and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are doing the same thing. Winston has been playing at a high level. Mike Evans has been having one of his best seasons in the league. O.J. Howard has been having a great season, and they are now starting to be multi-dimensional. If you've been paying attention to Bucs football, Ronald Jones is now starting to be a running back for the Tampa Bay Bucs. He is now starting to play. Okay, so now you have your 3rd round, your 2nd round star in Ronald Jones. You're complementing his speed with Peyton Barber's ability to smash the ball in between the tackles. So now your offense is becoming so dynamic. Jameis Winston is not only a threat running the ball or throwing the ball. He had a touchdown running the football last week. Jameis Winston is a very good quarterback. He's performing better than Marcus Mariota. He is performing like a number 1 overall pick should. He is going to be a franchise guy in Tampa. This coaching staff with Todd Monken, with the coaching of Dirk Cutter, this is a great coaching staff. And now the defensive coordinator is now, I have to see who the Bucs' new DC is. I know it starts with Mark and it ends with Duffner. His name is Mark Duffner. And this guy had one of the greatest debuts that a defensive coordinator's ever had. Going against Baker Mayfield, going against Jarvis Landry and David Njoku, they dominated that game. The Bucs were up 23-9. And yes, Jameis made some mistakes, but that was because the Bucs were going for a kill shot. Then the Buccaneers overcame a whole lot. The Buccaneers then missed a 40-yard field goal to win the game. Then the Bucs turned the ball over at their own 40, but then they didn't break in overtime. They still survived, and Chandler Canlazero made a 59-yard field goal. This Buccaneers team is tight. They have one of the best locker rooms in the NFL in terms of being tight. I believe in Dirk Cutter, and I believe thoroughly that they're going to go to Cincinnati and win. Cincinnati was favored by 6 points when this line came open this week. The Bucs are now only 4.5-point underdogs. The line has gone down 1.5 points. 2.5 points. The Buccaneers are going to win this outright, and the smart money is pouring in on the Tampa Bay Bucs. The Buccaneers are a better team than the Carolina Panthers. Even when the Bucs were out of the playoffs last year, the Bucs had a great game at Carolina. Everybody's buying in. Dirk Cutter. The players love Dirk Cutter. This is a mature football team. The Buccaneers are going to make the playoffs this year. I'm telling you guys, Buccaneers playoffs this year. They might not beat the Saints because of how wild that their season has been. I picked the Bucs would win the South, but the Buccaneers playoffs, it's going to happen. And I believe it's going to happen. So we'll see.